All right, good morning. This is day 7 on the trail. That was a big old bee. About an 8-mile hike to the first pickup point. See how I feel. Been dealing with a bit of a headache. I'm not dehydrated, but dealing with a bit of a headache, and my stomach just feels kind of blah. So we'll see how it goes. So Don will meet me at the first pickup point, see how I feel. If all is good, then I'll head out for another 8 miles to make it a 16-mile day. We're keeping a good eye on the weather because right now the severe storms they're having in the Midwest will be hitting this area. So we want to keep a good eye on that. It's not worth staying out here. If we're going to have 3 or 4 days of bad weather, we'll head back home. So that's it for now. Away I go. Another fun-filled day of hiking the Appalachian Trail. All right, here we have a view of Rye Valley. A little hazy today, but there's the only view so far. I'm coming up to the partnership shelter here in the Mount Rogers National Park. Looks like a beautiful shelter. Oh, somebody else is here. I see their poles. They say this shelter is so close to Virginia Route 16 that you can actually call and have pizza delivered here. That's pretty wild. The Mount Rogers National Park headquarters is only a few tenths of a mile away. So you can see there's a nice clothesline to hang your clothes on to dry. There's a privy over there. And then down this way in front of the shelter, a nice fire pit and a nice sitting area. And the bear box is way back down there. All right, and there's your bear box. Coming by the Mount Rogers National Recreation Area, the headquarters right up the road there. I'll cross over here off this road. This is I don't know where I'm going. I'm going like right down the middle of this side road here. But I don't hear any cars right now. But yeah, this is Virginia Route 16. And it shows that Sugar Grove would be down to the right that way. And I'm going up here over the trail. Over the road and up the trail, over the mountain, down the other side to State Route 622. I'm just not feeling all that great today. I really want to push and do a 16-mile day, but I don't know what's going on. I just don't feel all that great. 10.5 miles to Route 81 is what this sign says. Now that would be really awesome if I could make it there today. Man, that would be nice. Get some of those miles put off. Our hotel is up near Route 81. So that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, heading back into the woods. That headquarters building was not open right now. So what it is you walk from the shelter to that building, which is less than a tenth of a mile. And there's a landline you can use to call the pizza shop. And they will deliver pizza to that headquarters building and you carry it back to the shelter. So there are about 6 hikers at that shelter now who arrived right after I did. And they are all getting together and ordering pizza. So that's pretty cool. They're going to sit there, have their pizza, and then take off for the rest of their hike. That's pretty cool. Tramily having pizza on the trail. All right, off this goes. I'm tired of breathing heavy into the phone here. Had myself a nice little lunch break, crossed over there from the road here, Virginia Route 622. Heading back in, another 8 miles to the Settlers Museum of Southwest Virginia. So another 8 miles. A lot of steep up and down hills for the next 8 miles. So I'll just take my time. And it takes me 7 hours. I still have plenty of daylight. So foot traffic only on this route. It's still a hot day, Glad I'm underneath the trees, the shade of the trees. Forest building, something, Mountain Road, 3¼ miles. A lot of rocky trail today. Steep up and downs and a lot of rocky trail. Almost fell earlier going down a hill. The rocks underneath my heels rolled out from under me. Didn't fall, but came close to it. But yep, if there comes a view, I will definitely pull the camera out and take some pictures. Somebody has been leaving inspirational messages along the trail. This is so cool. There was one back there earlier that I did not take a picture of, but it was on a tree stump. And it said, "You are loved and you are beautiful." And it had that green colored paint in the shape of a heart. I continue this climb. I have about 0.3 more miles of this climb. Whew, and then it'll be a downhill for a little bit and then back up again. So this is good. Strengthening the body, obviously, and working the lungs. Today's hike has been a little more difficult than the other days because of the rocks. I didn't really have all these rocks all day long the other days. These rocks make it very difficult. Another issue I'm having, don't know why, but for some reason on my one trekking pole, I don't know if you can see the height difference here. Let me see if I can get around to the side. There's a height difference between these two trekking poles right now. And for some reason, my right-hand one, the leg keeps sliding in. I'm making sure I've got them locked in place, but for some reason it keeps sliding. So that is not a good thing, because the last thing you want, especially going down a hill, is for that to totally collapse. But these rocks have made it quite an exhausting hike today, and there have been, some pretty steep hills. I'm going to need to cut myself a little bit of slack. Out of 7 days, let me see. Hiked 2 days, took 2 days off to go to trail days in Damascus, and then this is my 3rd day back on trail. So I don't have anywhere near my trail legs, and my trail lungs are definitely out of shape. But I have to say, this trail is rockier than I anticipated it would be. So it's taking me quite a bit longer than I had initially anticipated. Well, that's okay. I will still finish while the sun is up. Still no views, but if I get any, y'all will be the first to see them. Here I have a view of Walker Mountain. The sky behind me has turned dark and I'm hearing rumbles of thunder. I called for 0 rain today, but I can guarantee there is rain. That sky was dark. Hopefully it stays behind me. I'm making my way along. I have 3 miles until I get to the Settlers Museum of Southwest Virginia. If I need to, I can hold up there and for a little bit until I can finish my last 3 miles up to Route 11. That'll just put me a couple miles down the road from the hotel. Hopefully it won't rain at all, but if it does, I know at that museum they have a very large covered picnic table area. So if need be, I'll wait there and then I'll get a hold of Don to see if he could just come pick me up there. I didn't realize I still was zoomed in. Yeah, that makes it a little better. I'm watching the trail and not my phone. It's been a rocky day. It continues to be a rocky day, but that's all right. It's all part of the trail. Okay, if I come to another view, I'll go ahead and pull the camera back out. Up here we have the Chatfield Memorial Shelter. There you go. I am not staying here the night. Continuing on down to the museum where Don will pick me up. I have about 1.7 miles, 1.8 miles to go, somewhere in there, to that pickup point at the museum. I thought I might be able to go another 3 miles, and that would put the pickup point literally just down the road from the hotel. But the way I'm feeling right now, I don't have it in me to go any more miles after I get to the museum area. It will have been when I get there, I think a 16.1, maybe 16.6, somewhere there, 16 point something mile day. So that is plenty for me starting my 3rd day in a row of hiking. It was a little scary to me walking through this area. I hope my phone picks up the noise. The high voltage coming through that tower. That was kind of scary going underneath. I mean, like literally right under that tower. So I'm glad I'm going back into the woods. That was some high voltage. Oh my glory. Well, I have to be, I don't know, maybe 1/10 of a mile away from my end point. I can't be that far away. Well, if I end there. The lady I talked with, she came through the Interstate 81 US Route 11 area, and she said from there to the point I'm coming to now was meadows and a lot of dirt trail. There weren't any rocks. So I might push through and do those last 3 miles. But I am going to sit down here. I know there are some picnic tables with covering over the top. I'm going to sit down there. I hope there's some water at the museum. I can fill up my bottles. Of course, they may have closed at 4 and I'll miss it. Actually, if they close at 5, I'll miss it. Ah, I see the top of the building. Woohoo! That means I am very close to it. I'm going to guess that's the building over there. Oh, I am ready to be there. I'm guessing this is it. I didn't see a turnoff anywhere. I don't see any markings right now. Yes, maybe not. Ouch, I just brushed against that prickle bush. Okay, yeah, that it does say over there, the Settlers Museum. So I'll walk up that sidewalk. trail magic at the old Room schoolhouse. Oh man. Oh, thank you, Lord. Nice. Nice, nice. All right, so this is the little one-room schoolhouse that has the trail magic inside it. You can see up here on the board all the different signatures from the different hikers. It was very nice. I'll get a chance, I'll read back here where they have the trail magic box. I'm going to take a picture of this sign so I'll have it, and then I can send a note to them. But it's from it's maintained and donated by Sunny Hills Community Church in Wyethville. So I'll take a picture of that so I can send them a card and thank them. All right, I'm going to call it a day here at the Settlers Museum of Southwestern Virginia, or Southwest Virginia. Yep, it's a 16.6 actual mile day. I just don't have it in me to go the next 2.7 miles. That would put us literally 3 miles down the road from the hotel, but I'm just too tired. My feet ache. So it was a good long day for me. 16.6 is a lot of mileage. So ending up here, I'll be crossing through that meadow tomorrow morning. There's not a lot of climb, but there's 2 little hills up and down to get up there on Route 11 and go either under or over Interstate 81. Probably under it. I'll just have to look to see how many miles I'll do tomorrow. It's not supposed to rain tomorrow according to the weather forecast. So we'll see what it holds, if I can maybe get a 10 mile day in. See how I feel. There's Don's car. The Sherpa mobile.